Welcome back to Kayfabe Hate Radio. This is my NXT Stand and Deliver recap and review. We start with the pre-show match of Joe Gacy versus Shawn Spears. Joe Gacy's making his entrance. Ridge Holland hits him with a chair, square in the back. Not sure why. Gacy makes it to the ring. Spears making Gacy's back tender with shots and a Boston Crab. Gacy fights back, hits a Saito suplex, a clothesline, and a Lionsault. Spears regains the advantage by dropping Gacy on the apron. Hits a hanging, draping DDT from the top rope. More back and forth. They counter each other's big moves. Spears attempts his finisher at least 5 times in this match. Gacy wins with his handspring spinning lariat. Surprising that Gacy won this match, to be honest. He's known for taking beatings and coming up just short. Shawn Spears had just come back, so I fully expected Spears to win this match. But it's nice to see Gacy get a win. Moving on now to the main card. We kick the main card off with the War Dogs, Braun Breaker and Baron Corbin, defending their NXT Tag Team Championships against Axiom and Nathan Frazer. Match begins. It's fast. Axiom hits a wild moonsault to the outside on both the War Dogs before the bell even rings. Bell rings in the ring. A lot of double team strikes on Corbin. Challengers are coming out hot. Breaker tags in and explodes with a lariat. The speed this man has for the size of him is insane. He was across the ring and exploded in about 2.5 steps. Nuts. Breaker works over Axiom after this big lariat. Finally, Frazer gets a hot tag. He's running and flipping everywhere. He's all over Baron Corbin until that's halted with a deep 6. Wildly impressive Frankensteiner from Braun Breaker. A little more back and forth. Axiom and Frazer regain the advantage with a Spanish Fly and 450 splash combo on Braun Breaker for a near fall. Crowd was loving it. This match is rapid, highly entertaining. So many near falls for the challengers. Crowd loves it. Crowd, I think, is expecting a title change here, which is amazing. However, they will be disappointed in the end because the match ends when Nathan Frazer counters an end of days. But as he lands on his feet, he's speared a split second later for the pin. This match was incredible, so crisp, impeccable timing by all men. The crowd added a lot to this match. They were white hot to start. It was awesome, and it only gets better as we move on to the second match. For the North American title triple threat, Obafemi defends against Dijak and Josh Briggs. I'm going to preface this by saying this match was incredible. A lot of notes here to get through. Oba gets double teamed early, catches kicks from both men. He flips them both, head over heels. Briggs seems to land awkward, but he also seems okay afterwards. Double team shoulder blocks knock Oba out of the ring. Dijak tries to dive at Oba, but he's caught and impressively powered down onto Briggs. It was a press slam situation. Oba is so powerful. It's crazy. Dijak is a big dude, and he picks him up and presses him like he's nothing. Femi launches a chair from the announce table at Josh Briggs. Pretty funny. Dijak kicks Oba into a seated position into said chair. Dijak climbs the top rope. I think he's going to dive onto Oba. Briggs stops him, and he does that old choke slam spot that the Undertaker did to Shane McMahon back in the day, where he choke slammed him off the top rope through the announce table. However, this one is a little bit different. The choke slam ends up being onto Obafemi, who's in the chair. Just crazy. Back in the ring, we get a double choke slam to Oba. Briggs gets a couple near falls. All 3 stand and trade strikes until Dijak hits a big chokeslam on Briggs. Briggs attempts to chokeslam to Dijak, but is countered with a Canadian Destroyer, which was wild. The size of this guy to be able to do what he can do. Dijak is amazing. They do a wild Tower of Doom spot that I've never seen, where Oba actually has Dijak in an electric chair, but he's got Briggs on his shoulders in like a fireman's carry. The height of this Tower of Doom was incredible. They all three of them fall awkwardly though, but they all seem to be okay. Dijak hits Feast Your Eyes on Oba, but Briggs pulls the ref out just in time before the 3 count. Action spills again to the outside. We get some camera misdirection as Briggs spears Oba through the barricade. Back in the ring, Dijak hits Feast Your Eyes on Briggs, and it looks like he's going to win it. However, there's more camera magic as Oba grabs Dijak before the 3 and powerbombs him onto Briggs. With the camera work, you couldn't even tell Oba Femi was nearby. It was just amazing production value in this matchup. Oba pins Briggs to retain. This match was fast-paced. This match was insane. I thought the tag title match was fast and crazy. This was better. Like, the camera work, the high spots were astonishing. I love this match. It might be my favorite match of the entire WrestleMania weekend. We still have a night of WrestleMania though to see, but it is incredible. Next up, unfortunately, I missed this match because my stream froze. The 6-woman tag match. I did see the Kimura finish, however. My prediction was correct. The face team won. That's really all I have on that because, like I said, I did not really see it. I also did not go back and watch it because there's way too much to cover this weekend. My apologies to those ladies. Next up, the NXT Women's Tag Team. Lyra Valkyria defends her NXT Women's Championship against Roxanne Perez. Roxanne works the arm early. It's padded up on Lyra. Methodical, old school work in the arm. Quite impressive, considering how young Roxanne is. Perez very dominant right now. I'm not sure Lyra's even hit anything. She counters Roxanne, but never really gets the upper hand. Lyra loses her mind with strikes. Hits a couple Northern Light suplexes. We have a top rope slap fight, which then turns into Lyra sunset flip running powerbomb. Roxanne with a gorgeous diving DDT to the floor. And then she hits Pop Rocks for a near fall. The crowd is loving this. I think they thought it was over on that Pop Rocks, but not quite. Roxanne goes back to the arm. Lyra with an ugly spin kick. This is the second or third time I've seen her sort of miss this kick, and it looks sort of sloppy, but that's okay. They trade near falls. Roxanne then hits a Poison Rana, Pop Rocks, and then applies a crossface. Lyra reaches, grabs for the rope. Roxanne rolls through. Right back in the middle of the ring, Lyra finally taps out. We have a new champion. This is what I expected from this match, to be honest. Roxanne winning, which is perfect. Her current character is a perfect heel to be a champion. Kind of curious to see where Lyra goes from here, though. You got to think this is leading to a Roxanne Paxley match, but not sure yet. Anyway, let's move on to the NXT World Championship match. Ilya Dragunov defends against Tony D'Angelo. I didn't expect much from this match coming in, but I was pleasantly surprised. And it was better in the main event, but we'll get to that later. They trade strikes early, and they do the suplex over the rope spot, where they both stumble over the top rope, land on the floor hard. They're back in the ring. They trade strikes again. Very stiff shots from both men. Tony working over Ilya's taped hand. Dragunov with multiple German suplexes and running knees gets a near fall. Stax offers Tony brass knuckles, but he refuses. Dragunov grounds Tony with a number of violent strikes to the back of the head and neck area. 2 huge belly-to-bellies and a German from Tony get a 2 count. He crosses him on the top rope. Huge belly-to-belly sends Ilya all the way out of the ring. Then we get kind of a funny spot where both men are standing up outside the ring. and they both look at the announce table, and then they just help each other clear the table off. The crowd loved it. It was really entertaining. And then they just go back to brawling. Ilya gets Tony on the table, dives off the guardrail through the table onto Tony. We get a wide shot of a white hot crowd. This match is very surprising. The crowd's loving it. I'm liking it. It's wild. They're back in the ring. They trade near falls. Tony hits a huge slam. Ilya with a big running elbow. And then he hits the diving fist drop for the 3 count in the victory. Like I said, this match surprised me a lot. Coming in, I didn't think it should be for the belt. I thought the main event, the other match, should have been for the title. But as we're about to find out, just because it looks good on paper doesn't really mean it's great in the ring. This match was a pleasant surprise. Ilya retains. He's running out of challengers. Except there is one man that I think will finally take the title, and he's in this main event. Main event time. Carmelo Hayes versus Trick Williams. We all know the history of this, so there's no need to go into the backstory. Big match. A lot of people said it should have been for the title, myself included. But let's just get into this here. The crowd's on fire. These two haven't even locked up yet. The action spills into the crowd. They do a lap around. By the guardrail, Hayes smacks Trick's family's hat off. I'm not sure who he was, his uncle or something. They go back in the ring, trade strikes to counter each other because they know each other so well. We get a double down. Trick's up with the advantage. He gets multiple scissor kicks and a flapjack, followed by a spinning big boot for a 2 count. Action spills back outside. Hayes hits a springboard splash on the floor. Melo hits a code breaker for a 2 count back in the ring. Trick goes for a stinger splash. Melo moves as a ref bump. Keep in mind, Ava did say that the referee needs to give leeway in this matchup. So Hayes goes and grabs a chair and a tug of war ensues. Trick hits Melo multiple times with the chair. Again, referee leeway. Melo low blow, referee leeway. There's another ref bump. Melo hits a diving leg drop. The new ref is in, but it's only a 2 count. Melo grabs the chair. He's got a little tug of war going on with the referee. The ref takes the chair away, even though Trick was allowed to use it. Kind of confusing. Trick hits a big jumping knee strike for the win. Honestly, this match was disappointing. Kind of sad. Ava said for the ref to give leeway, which I really thought would mean no rules, basically. No holds barred, do whatever you want. But as we saw, that was not the case. Yet the finish happens when the ref takes a chair from Melo, even though Trick used it previously. So, I don't know, it's kind of a tainted victory. The right man won. Trick will probably be the next contender for Ilya's title. He'll probably take the title if he doesn't get called up to the main roster. But this match was just disappointing, and it was short. I really thought this would be like 20, 25 minutes. I think it went maybe 13 or 14. Very disappointing. Overall, the show was good. The first 2 matches were incredible, but it sort of went down from there, which is sort of sad to say. But hey, we all have our opinions, and I honestly think that North American title match was the best match on the show. Anyway, that's my review of NXT Stand and Deliver, and this has been Kayfabe Hate Radio.